Okay, and the final performer for this heat, we've got William Foulds.
Hello. Okay. Oh, I'm glad the previous person made a penis joke because this sets me up for my next topic, which is why do we have sex? Okay, why do we and our fellow animals have sex? Now let's think about this. In order to have sex, you need a partner. Okay? Now some birds, this may require them to fly thousands of miles in order to get to suitable breeding grounds to find a mate. Male lions may kill each other to get with the lionesses. Men may have to spend all their money on lynx, women with Chanel. So the point is that getting a mate can be a tough task. So, are there any alternatives? Yes, asexual reproduction. Okay, the ability to clone yourself. Quick and simple, you don't need a mate. I mean, most microscopic organisms are able to do this. In fact, some lizards and fish have been able to clone themselves, really interesting. But sex is still prevalent across many species. So why? What's the advantage? The advantage is that sex creates genetic variation in offspring. That's the key point. Okay, let me demonstrate. Okay, this deck of cards represents an individual and all the genes required to make that individual. Okay, now if you're an asexually reproducing organism, all you need to do is make a complete copy of these genes and bingo, you've got an offspring that is genetically identical to yourself, no variation. Now let's look at sexual reproduction. We all know that we require a female and a male. So, in order to create the sex cells, the sperm and the egg, what happens is, in a precursor cell, the genes are shuffled up and the cell splits in two to form two eggs and two sperm, and by chance, one sperm will fuse with one egg. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have an individual that is genetically distinct. It has half of its mum's genes and half of its dad's genes. And because of the gene shuffling and the random fusion of cells, this is genetically identical from your siblings, your parents, and everyone else in the population. So, why is this a good thing? Why does it pay to be different from the rest? Okay, two theories at the moment. First theory is that sex is great in high-density populations. Why is this? Okay, in high-density populations, there's a lot of competition. But if you're different from your parents, this means that you have a different way of life, you have different interests, so you're not going to compete. Say if me and my little brother, if we want to audition for an orchestra and we both play triangle, odds are is that we're both not going to get in. Whereas if we play different instruments, we'll be able to get in. Okay, so I don't think I have time to explain the second one, but yes, sex is great because it helps your family.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.